You can see the tears in their eyes. These are real people suffering real hardship, and when we get them this land, they are going to be secure and safe. We can do that together.
Yes.
We can make a difference. You know, sometimes we wonder, does any of our giving actually change anything? And we're going to be able to report back to you everything that has happened. It is amazing. So we're asking you to join us right now. The first $16,000 that you give will be doubled, matched dollar for dollar. So give us a call at 1-800-265-3100. You can also give online at crossroads.ca/cares. If everybody does a bit, if everyone does their part, we can make a difference.
Doesn't it just warm your heart? They're saying thank you to Canadian Christians. We are making a difference. You know, through this program, you know, we've been hearing first-hand account stories of torture, abuse that have happened to those. They're being persecuted because they love Jesus. Well, coming up next, we're going to meet Hamas, a young man who, despite all the circumstances he's been going through, remains firm in his belief in Jesus. When Hamas was just 14 years old, he witnessed his parents being torn away from their land by those less tolerant of their Christian faith. The situation worsened when his older brother was held captive and tortured.
They couldn't do anything to my dad because he was able to escape, but my brother didn't. So they grabbed him and they put him in a hole in the ground and they whipped him pretty bad.
Despite all of the hardships his family was forced to endure, not once did they lose their faith.
Because this is the only truth that we know. Outside of God, we have nothing. Therefore, my parents with this faith, they didn't want to follow in the ways of the problem makers.
Currently, Hamas lives within this village of displaced Christians. He looks forward to one day relocating to a properly constructed village.
Never did I imagine that we would get so much help, like from God and all the people that have supported us. For example, like all the people that come from other countries. It has been a great blessing.
I am so excited that we get to make a difference in the lives of those suffering persecution. And one thing I know from when we presented causes before is that we have so many faithful people watching this show that share our hearts, that are saying, you know what, I don't like to see my brothers and sisters, we are all family, suffering persecution, suffering torture, suffering, you know, the rain coming in through those tarps. I've been in places that have tarps like that. It does not keep people dry, and it is a terrible way to live, and we can change that. And so thank you for your heart to give. Every dollar for the first $16,000 doubled today.
Did I tell you what they were going to call this village?
No.
Nazareth.
Oh, why Nazareth?
Well, they just love God and they want to be recognized as, you know, a biblical place. You know, there's people there that love Jesus. And again, thank you for those that have already put that $16,000 in. So dollar for dollar up to that $16,000 amount will be doubled. So thank you for your support. And I'm just looking forward to going back down there. And I promise I'll report back. Or maybe we'll send you down there. But we want to get this done. So give us a call, 1-800-265-3100. Or you can go online and give securely at crossroads.ca/cares.
It is so important that we give people who are being persecuted for their faith, for something that is what their beliefs.
Yeah.
You know, here in Canada, we have such a belief in the freedom of religion, the freedom to believe what you want. And here they are having that taken away from them and suffering just because they say, I believe in God. We can make a difference. Thank you so much for all you're doing. That number again, 1-800-265-3100, crossroads.ca/cares. We are going to make a difference in this situation, and it's so exciting.
It is, and so keep on keeping those phones ringing. Gracias, muchos gracias. See you next time.